Oh my god. So, went back to Walgreens. I got the right one. My anxiety was way more fucking elevated, and I'm still. Well, I was shaky, but I'm barely recovering. Oh my god, I feel so dumb that it's a big deal, but okay. I googled it, and it seems like you can return stuff at Walgreens. Usually, like at the bottom of the receipt, it tells you like you have X amount of days, but this one didn't, so I thought that you couldn't return stuff. So I didn't want to go to the same Walgreens, and I also wanted to challenge myself to go to a different one and also go to a closer-ish one. I feel like the new Walgreens I went to was actually further away, or at least it seemed like it, because it was all new streets to me. Like, it wasn't the usual, way, because like the Walgreens that I went to before, I used to go to all the time because it was closer to my parents. GPS made me go through like narrow ass streets. Like, it was a bunch of like residential like houses. What? Yeah, I don't know. It was around a lot of houses. And the streets were just super narrow, and I was really fucking nervous. Like, my spatial awareness is just really bad. Like how big the car is. Anyway. So I go straight to the line, and then I tell the girl that I want to return like 2 items. And then and then she says something, I need to return something. And like I thought she was talking to me, but no, she was talking to a little speaker thing to the manager. And she had told, I think she told me before or after that she needed a manager for it. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I kind of stepped away so that the person behind me would get, blah blah. And then she was like, oh, like, she was like, oh, can you move over there because the manager, blah blah. And then I was like, oh yeah, I can move out of the way, blah blah. But then I said it weird, and then I also was like, oh yeah, I guess I have to take my stuff and move it to the other, register. And then the manager came over, and she asked me if there was something wrong with the items. And for some reason, I feel like I always explain why I'm returning stuff, and they probably don't need to know. They just need to return that it's fine, but I don't know. I was like, oh, I just got the wrong color in this, and then for this one I got the unbleached one and I needed the bleached one. But I feel like I'm like, why am I telling all this stuff anyway? And she was like, oh, okay. And then I guess it took a bit for her to like do the thing, and then I also needed to give her my ID. And at the same time, I'm like, I swear I didn't fucking steal these things, but it feels like I stole them, especially because the other one had a rip because the previous employer had, done that. Employee. Oh my god. See, this is what happens. Okay. Well, they returned the $30, which damn, it was a lot. And then I went to the mascara, and they actually had a lot more. And so I was able to find the one that I was looking for, which was the brown one. And I also felt kind of weird, kind of leaning, because it was kind of shorter. But then I was like, whatever, like, I'm shopping, whatever. So then I ended up just like grabbing all of them and then just like looking through them and then putting them back. And then I was like, okay, let me just go and look at the hair dye. So I did, and there was a bleached one that was purple, and it was kind of like a lighter purple, but it was nice. But I was like, no, I don't think I want to dye it. I saw a pink one that I thought about it, but I'm like, nah. So I just left it. And then I was walking back to pay for it, and then I realized that I had gotten a black mascara, and I was like, are you serious? Like when you are trying to grab something and you think that you grab the right one, but you grab the other one? I don't know. It happens to me with like random condiments. Like if I'm is it condiments? Is that what ketchup is? I don't know. Anyway, point is that, so yeah, so I walked back and then I got the right one. And so then I went to go pay with the original person, and she was like, oh, you got the right one this time? And I was like, yeah. I almost grabbed the wrong one again. Or something along those lines, I said. And then she was like, oh, would you like a receipt, in case you got the wrong one? And I was like, oh yeah, thank you. I think I said yeah before she finished her thing. And then when I was driving to the place, I realized that I had put avoid highways last time that I had gone out. So I think that's why I got those narrow streets. But on my phone, I was able to put a different route because that route is like just bigger streets and like normal streets. So I did that, and the way back was way better. But I was still kind of like frazzled over everything, and oh my gosh. Anyway, I got my stupid mascara. I would like to challenge myself to go to an actual Ulta store in the future. Or perhaps maybe I should just buy from Ulta. The reason that I didn't want to buy this from Amazon is because I've heard that like sometimes with makeup-y type of stuff you get old things. So that's why I was trying to buy them in person. Anyway, mission accomplished, but I still still feel weird. Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.